Welcome to my post-parade show for Thursday, August 28th. We're going to get right to it here. You're looking at a daily chart of NVIDIA, which reported earnings last night. It traded down to, I don't know, about 174, 175, and now has reversed this morning. The earnings report was very good, but that's a rear view mirror. We're only concerned with the reaction. One of the things to take away from that report is they guided to 58 billion for the following quarter and did not include any of that China revenue. And once the China situation gets worked out, the CEO said about 50 billion in revenue year annually. So you can add that to your forward guidance. So I think we'll just watch it. Every morning I get up, I see, do we have tailwinds from the market? Do we have headwinds or is the market flat? Well, the market's kind of flat today. And this is the big kahuna. If this thing turns and starts heading north, the market's going to follow suit. And I think that's what's going to happen here. They're probably trying to squash it for premiums. They're around 180, but I think buyers are going to come in. That was a really good raised guidance for NVIDIA, and we're only interested in the response. So, how are we getting responses? What's the type of pin action that we're getting from NVIDIA? We got to look at AMD. AMD is now up. It reversed. It was lower last night. It reversed this morning. Broadcom is another one. And then that one's up nicely. And then Taiwan Semi. Yeah, I think NVIDIA is going to go higher today, as well as Taiwan Semi. Anyway, the one stock that was really beneficial, being was benefiting from the NVIDIA report was CoreWeave here, and I'm looking at CoreWeave to get back above that 21, which is 106.11, call it 106 and a quarter today, and I think it can do it as well. So I'm thinking once we get into the regular session, the buyers are going to come in on these stocks. All right, who else reported last night? Snowflake, and it's having a strong response also. This one sold off like all the software names. Now they report a good quarter and it's getting rewarded up 13%. Some of the other pin action auxiliary names that you could probably play off of that is Datadog is one, maybe Cloudflare. It's up. Those two are up slightly in pre-market. Crowd reported last night. I'm not a fan. The market is though, so I don't think they're going to push it down too low. It's down 3%. Maybe it'll pull back to that 200, which is call it 408, and it's right there in pre-market. But 8%, 6% earnings growth, 21% sales growth. Eh, the way this one's valued, I would expect much more. So what I'm looking for is rubric to see if some of the buyers, or excuse me, some of the sellers from CrowdStrike park some money here in rubric. So that's my auxiliary trade for CrowdStrike's new data point. Some of the other names that I'm looking at, of course, Palantir traded down to the 50. This one is down in last night. Now it's reversed in pre-market. So we'll see if it can bounce. If it can't bounce off that 50 and it just squats there, it's very likely to trade below it. So either it bounces back above that 21, which is what, 163.74. Yeah, it needs to really bounce sharply in the next few sessions, or else I think it's going to slice its 50. And the other one is Robinhood that I like. Both of these have had big moves. I mean, come on, Robinhood was up nearly 300% since being liberated. And I just want to point out that the higher lows here, it made a low on August 1st of what, 93.36. It made a low on August 20th of 99. Yesterday's low was 102.81. So it continues higher low. That's, an uptrend. So if that's the low from yesterday, then maybe a good time to buy Robinhood. But it's still in a channel. Don't think it's going to go to, 120 tomorrow. It's still trading within a channel, still digesting the gains from 29.66 to 117.70. Do the math. That's like 292%. It's going to take some time to digest these gains. There's going to be profit takers. So don't think you're going to buy Robinhood and it's just going to take right off to 150 because it's not going to happen. What else do we have here? Oh, the storage plays, Pure Storage. Nice move this morning, up 14%. And on the flip side of that was NTAP. That storage, not so good, down 6% this morning. A couple other names that I'm looking at. One is Elf. Got this double bottom beige pattern, looks to be moving higher in pre-market. Unity Software, another one. I like this thing above 40. It needs to giddy up a little bit. MedP is another one that I like, just the base, right? The big move higher, gap up on earnings, the flag pattern. Yeah, I like that one. Probably going to take a little longer, to develop. ZETA is another one that I like. This one's moving like a snail. Oh wow, up 1.5% in pre-market, but it needs to break above that 2102. And then IREN, they report tonight. I'm expecting pretty good numbers here, pretty good guidance. Not saying it's going to blast off, but it might. DG reported this morning, and I kind of like this one just as a slower type of retail play above 116.30, call it 116.50. It doesn't have much overhead supply above that, so it undercut the 50 and it's gonna rally back through it this morning. How much? We don't know. One to watch. Thank you for watching. Have a great day at mcstockcharts.com. We never give up.